And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Friday, October 11th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Here we are on a Friday morning, and glad to have you with us for Coleman and Company. We are always on the air for Wilson Bank and Trust Friday mornings at this time, and Jim Watley is here this morning. Jim, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Jim is a financial advisor and, of course, part of the Raymond James operation at Wilson Bank and Trust. So we always talk about investments. We talk about how you can employ you people with Raymond James at Wilson Bank to help you grow your money. So that's kind of what it's all about.
Absolutely, and it's good to speak with you as always. We do have a extensive team at the bank, investment team. We pretty much cover all the branches in our footprint, so you can go to your local Wilson Bank branches and find an investment advisor. I'm approaching my 26th year with the bank, and I'm out in Mount Juliet. We have a team out there in Mount Juliet. There's 5 of us serving that community. So we have 3 advisors, have Justin Doris, who was here in Lebanon for a while. He's been with the bank maybe 14 years or so. Ann Weiler, who's been with the bank, I guess, right at 20 years and been in the business about 30 years. And then Derek Decker is a young man, UT grad, that's really sharp, that's been with us now about a year and a half. And then myself, of course. And we can help you with all your investment needs. We are employees of the bank, so we do not work for Raymond James, but we do clear securities through Raymond James Financial. But as employees of the bank, it allows us to stay impartial, and of course, we are fiduciary, so we're always mandated to act in the customer's best interest. And I think we can prove that we've done a pretty good job of that over the years.
Well, your investment department of Wilson Bank has grown significantly over the years. I think it started with the one-man operation, if my memory's right.
That's correct. When I got here, it was 3 of us. And now I want to say, and my boss is probably listening to this, but I want to say we have 18 registered representatives that are, opening accounts, and then we have several registered assistants and associates, that help us kind of back office. So we do have a really great team to service all the counties we're in.
Well, you get asked all the time, what's the market going to do? What's it doing and what's it going to do? And mostly what it's going to do is what everybody's wondering about. And, Of course, in an election year, there are a few more question marks. I don't know whether it's a good year or a bad year. I guess it depends on how growth is going as to whether it's good or bad.
Yes, it does. People are concerned with the election coming up. It's election year, of course. We look around and we see a lot going on that concerns us. It's a strange election on top of that. But what I've said to most people that ask that question is, the market has, on the whole, ignored, what we all see as chaos. So the Dow is up 12.5% year to date. The S&P's up about 21%. NASDAQ's up 23, 24%. So it's time for a pullback if we didn't have an election, in terms of just the normal turn of markets. But it seems to be a healthy market, and we think ultimately we know there's going to be a slowdown the first half of 25. Even though the market doesn't seem to be worried about that too much, that might be the time we get some volatility to the downside, and we would say that'd be a good time to invest, because I do know a lot of people are sitting on cash just for this conversation we're having. Nobody's sure what to do right now. So,
well, what about, do you have new people, maybe younger investors who come along all the time, who are getting started?
Absolutely. And we tell younger people, hey, just go ahead and start now. Keep putting money in there on a regular basis. You'll catch these highs and lows, but over time, it's the investment that gets your money working for you. So absolutely, we have all types of, we're talking about stocks, but we have all types of investments available to us. We have fixed yields that are still above 4. So for those that are conservative, we still have a lot of tools that we can use.
And there's that expression. It may be about running or whatever, but it's something about. Now I've done forgot it. It's that was a good one too. It's anyway. You worry about it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's what I'm trying to think.
Absolutely,
a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it is. Over time, time is your friend. The younger you are, really, the more you should be excited about saving and investing money because you have time on your side. A lot of people we talk to, a little later in life, and you have to start wherever you are, no doubt. But as a young person, it's a mistake not to just at least put a little in on a consistent basis.
And you'll be glad to help them get started.
Absolutely. We can help you get started in all of your Wilson Bank branches.
All right. We've talked about investments. We have a little disclaimer, I guess you want to tell us.
Yep, we've been talking about investments. They do go up and down. We do have products that can guarantee principal, but for the most part, you have the possible loss of principal, not FDIC insured. Those deposits would be with Wilson Bank. So, yes, sir.
Well, Jim, so good to see you. Thanks for being with us today. And a reminder, it's Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Still here, still independent, still committed to you. Excellence in banking since 1987. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coleman.
Okay, 10 and a half after the hour, and this morning I have two ladies who are sitting here waiting to tell their story, and we're going to find out what it is. If I say the name Liz Reese, a lot of people already know some of the story, but Liz, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
And welcome again. Good to see you.
It's good being here.
You were on my right the other day. You were on my left this morning, but it doesn't matter. You're here.
I'm here. Thank God.
We're glad to have you. Also, we have Barbara Walker with us today. Barbara, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, I don't think you've been on Coleman and Company before.
No, I have not.
Well, you want to tell us why you're here? You're with Liz for one minute.
Yes, absolutely. She's been so awesome to work with. This is just a little something. Well, I wouldn't say a little something, but an awesome something for all the ladies. We are bringing to Lebanon, to the Farm Bureau Exposition Center, our very, very first Women's Expo. It will be October the 26th. And October the 27th. On the 26th, it'll be from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. On Sunday, we're coming back from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Our theme on Sunday is Chocolate Sunday, which means we will be full of chocolate. We will have so much chocolate displayed. We'll have chocolate to eat. A lot of the vendors are going to be having chocolate-themed items for sale. Some of them will even have chocolate at their booth for sale and candy, and we'll have the same. On Saturday, when you ladies arrive, the first 100 to arrive will receive an awesome goodie bag. The first 50 to arrive on Sunday will receive an awesome goodie bag. That is actually going to be sponsored by our friends, Fox Fudge. Thank you guys for some awesome fudge and some other yummies in there. We will have lots of vendor shopping over the weekend so you guys can support small businesses. We'll have breakout sessions that you can attend, like women's empowerment speakers. We've got some great speakers that are going to be telling their stories and sharing some awesome things with you. We've got some yoga classes brought to you by our friends from Hot Yoga Lebanon. We're going to have a vision board session with April. We're going to have journaling sessions with LaTanya. We'll have a charcuterie demonstration by our friend Misty. And after that demonstration, someone is going to win that board that she actually demonstrates and puts together. We're going to have a fashion show brought to you by our friends Erica. She's Miss Tennessee out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We'll have door prizes throughout the whole weekend. Like I said, and we've got lots of awesome things going on, lots of fun. We've got a DJ and an MC that's going to bring the fun. And if you guys want to kind of put on your dancing shoes, you can do a little dancing. But we just plan to have a really, really good time. This weekend is going to be dedicated to all the women out there. You guys come. You can register online at our website, lilybees.com, lilybs.com. Just go to October 26th and 27th and click on the events tab. and you'll see it on there. Just scroll down and register RSVP. You can see the schedule of events on Sunday, and you can let us know what you want to register for or just pop up. But we would love to see you there. And then also, I'm going to let Liz explain to you. Liz from Brooks House is going to be joining us also that weekend, and we'll let her kind of tell us what she's going to hang out with us.
Brooks House is going to set up a table. We want people to come by and register. We have some goody things to give out. On Sunday, I will be one of the speakers, along with my new assistant, Lisa. So we're kind of excited. This has been going on for, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
Because I was in the hospital, and they said, we need to get this together. So we're kind of excited to have all the women to come by. It's so many new people in Wilson County that don't know about Brooks House. Mm-hmm. But when they get through with me, they'll know about it. I'm very excited. We never had anybody to sponsor an expo for us, so that's even fantastic. So we will have brochures with how you can donate to help us. This year's been a rough year, so we're trying to get what we can to get ready for it.
So Brooks House is going to benefit financially from.
Well, we're going to they can give donations, or we want to tell them how they can help us.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate. We just sent things to the hurricane victims. We had almost for 2 storages that we emptied out to send there. It makes my heart warm when I know we can get stuff done. And so that was really good. And so I just got a call last night that somebody needs some stuff in North Carolina. I said, okay, let me see what I can work on.
Yeah.
So, Brooks House is not only a home shelter for women and women with children. We believe in helping. Yeah. I want to walk beside you because I can't tell you what you're doing, but let me walk beside you and I can find out what's going on. So.
All right. With that, it is time for us to take a break. Liz Reese and Barbara Walker are my guests this morning here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford. Get that regular oil change, $39.95, up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, $17.80, Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Trying to clear up this wreck on White Bridge Road right here at I-40 over here on the west side of town. It's trying to crank up just a bit in the last few minutes on 24 westbound at 840 coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County up through the Antioch area, which has been in pretty good shape up through there so far. As it continues to build through Mount Juliet, as that traffic flows in right now on 40 west from Wilson County. Prince's Hot Chicken has new items on their menu. Check them all out this weekend at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hello, I'm Jerry Ashley, and I'm running for Lebanon City Council Ward 2. I have a strong business background and a genuine desire to bring our ward to a better place. Ward 2 deserves more. I will fight for better services, amenities, and infrastructure improvements for our ward. On Election Day, please consider me, Jerry Ashley, as your candidate for City Council Ward 2, and together we can build a stronger community where everyone is heard because every person's voice matters.
Paid for by committee to elect Jerry Ashley.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is in a new location, 1746 West Main in Lebanon, across from Sports Village. Gregory Dental Group offers cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs.
No insurance? No problem. Call about the discount plan. Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322.
Yeah. Coleman Company, thanks for joining us this morning. Again, with me, Liz Reese, and if you're in Wilson County, been here anytime, you've heard of the Brooks House, and Liz began that. It's still in operation, and we have Barbara Walker with us today, and a big event coming up in 2 weeks at the Wilson County Ward Ag Center, the known as the fairgrounds, but really the expo is where you're going to be, the Farm Bureau Expo.
Yep, we'll be inside the whole weekend having a good time.
So rain or shine, it doesn't matter. But you told us everything in the beginning there. But there's so much that you have come up with for this occasion.
Yeah, and door prizes. We'll be having door prizes, drawings all throughout the day, both days.
Well, now I don't remember. Is there a price for admission?
No, admission and parking are both going to be free.
Well, that's
my kind of place.
Yes, we just want ladies to come in, gather, have a good time.
This is it's primarily for women.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know. Are you going to turn men away?
No, absolutely not. Men are always welcome to come.
Come with some good men need to come.
Okay? They may have more fun than the women, and there's going to be food, some really good food.
To be totally upfront about it, it is a women's thing.
It's a women's expo, right. Yes. But like I said, men are more than welcome to come. Like I said, we've got food. We're going to have sip and shop, so they're going to set up a bar, a cash bar, of course. But yeah, we will not turn anyone away. We want everyone to come and just have a good time. Yes.
And you've been doing this for quite some time.
We've been putting on craft shows for a couple of years. This is the first women's expo, but craft shows, yes, we've been doing for a couple of years now. Yeah.
Liz fell right into this. Barbara's either a really good salesperson or else it's just something that really hits you.
I thought it would be great because right now I haven't been able to be out there trying to meet people, and this is a good way for people who want to know about Brooks House. They can come and see us. I have my assistant Pam Reeder and my community engagement Lisa Haskell. We're all going to be there. Some of my board members are probably going to be there. We want people to come out and ask about what is Brooks House and how can you help somebody along the way, and that's what we do.
Well, you told your story when you were here 2 or 3 weeks ago, I guess a couple of weeks, how that you had been in the hospital for some time and been pretty sick, to be honest.
Been very sick.
But you're here. You do have a walking cane, but other than that, we couldn't tell much difference.
It's been a journey. Let me tell you, I went to my doctor and she said, "Liz, I can't believe you're up." I said, "But God wasn't through with me. He's preparing me for something else." And so I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back at work. I'm only working like 2 days a week, maybe 4 hours, because when I get through, I've got to go home and lay down. But I'm doing good.
Been in the hospital.
No, everybody says, you look like you've been sick.
No.
Well, when you laid there for 7 months.
Yeah. Well, is coming out here work for you?
Oh, yeah. I love it. You know that. I'm a talker. They might put me in the ground. I'd probably still be talking, but especially if it's you, I can tell you anything. But I just want people to come and see Brooks House and take a tour.
Yeah.
Come by. Let me talk to you. When I get there with you, you'll be my good friend.
I took a tour, and it was really nice. I loved what I saw there.
There's Liz and I've talked about this so many times, and she really has not relied, or I guess not really accepted government subsidies and this sort of thing because she has her own way of doing things, and she didn't want to accept contributions with strings attached because. I mean, you've had some tough times, and people that come to Brooks House are dealing with tough times, and if you couldn't maybe implement the discipline that you have required and other rules that you have, then it wouldn't be the same.
No, I want people to understand we do have rules, and you got to have rules in your own house, but we all go through hard times. But the thing of it is, we got to be disciplined in how we handle things. And that's what we need to take and share with our ladies. I don't want you to come in here and go by my rules. I want you to find some rules that you know how to go by. If a person don't know how to clean, you got to show them how. Don't just demand them. I got a soft heart. Believe it or not, when it comes to my ladies, but I just want to help them along the way. I don't want to judge them because I'm not a judge. God does that. I don't want government money because there's strings attached to it. I want people to give out of their heart. To know that I gave something for a good cause will make me walk away and feel proud. And that's what I want people to know.
Now, you have had a number of success stories.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to come here and tell you that everybody that comes to Brook House turns out to be a tremendous success and doesn't make a mistake anymore, whatever. But for the most part, I think you have really
We've had a lot.
changed their lives.
We had a lot, and the interesting thing was laying in that hospital and people calling me, do you remember me? When I first started, I said, no, I don't remember. But I went to Kroger's, and one of the very first girls that ever stayed at Brooks House, she saw me, and she had Miss Liz, and I was like, yeah. I turned around. I said, I know your face, but I can't think of your name. I said, it starts with an A, and she said, Amy. I said, yes, yes. Now she's married. Her daughter's 16. She's got her own business. Those things makes me proud.
No doubt.
I've had some that I had to put out. Trust me. That's the hardest thing. But, there's rules. You're going to follow them. I'm going to work with you. I'm not going to judge you, because when you start judging somebody, somebody's going to judge you.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left, and Barbara, back to you for a moment. Those who weren't listening when we started, it's not this weekend, not next weekend, but the next weekend.
October 26th and 27th.
Right, and it starts what time on Saturday morning?
On Saturday, we're 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you want to make sure you get there early, because the first 100 will receive an awesome goodie bag.
And people like those, women especially like them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've got a great goodie bag. And then on Sunday, we'll have another goodie bag. The first 50 to arrive will receive the goodie bag. And that's with one of our sponsors, Fox Fudge. I don't know, they're Wilson County, and I know a lot of people know them, so they're sponsoring our goodie bag on Sunday.
Well, as we pointed out 2 or 3 times this morning and mentioned one more time, there's absolutely no admission charge.
No admission, no parking, right.
And it'll be at the Farm Bureau Expo, so you've got a roof over your head.
Yep.
Should there be inclement weather, you don't worry about that either.
Right, so free admission and free parking, everybody.
And this one is you've had similar things before, as you were telling us, but you got a little bit more this time. And
this one's an actual expo, women's expo, so this one's bigger. It's our first one.
So first women's expo, and I guess there's something there really for women of all ages.
Women of all ages. We've had people to go online to RSVP, and a couple of them said, "I'm bringing my teenage girls with me. I'm bringing my 2 friends with me." So all ages, just come and have a great time. Yes.
I'm sure it's one of these things where you can come and stay as long as you like.
You can, absolutely.
Absolutely. How long would it take to see what's there, to do it justice, let's say?
It just depends on the individual. Like Saturday, Saturday's mostly going to be the shopping going on, so it depends on how much shopping you want to do at the vendors. We've got the fashion show starts at 1 p.m., so we've got a fashion show. You can grab some food, grab a drink, come have a seat and watch the fashion show, because that'll go on for a little bit. Kind of roam around, chat, mingle. Sunday is the day that we have all the sessions going on. Like the empowerment speakers are going to be going on all throughout the day on Sunday. And if you look online, we've got the schedule online so you can see what times. Also, if you come Saturday, we'll have the schedule, everything sitting out so you'll know what time the speakers are going to be. Also, vision board, we're going to have the vision board session going on. She'll be there early. The yoga classes will be going on from like 11 on the hour, 11, 12, and 1 o'clock. All the sessions are free. And then the journaling session, we've got 2 journaling sessions going on. So you choose your schedule of what you want to do and where you want to kind of go, hang out for the day, or you can do one session, leave there, go to another session, and you can spend the whole day. You can spend the whole day just having a good time.
All right, and again, Liz, I take it you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. God gives me strength, I'll be there.
And people can find out about the Brooks House if they don't already know. Yes. Some opportunities to contribute, which you will be glad to share and inform them.
Able to tell
people
them
have questions about what the Brooks House is all about, and and maybe want to know some of the success that you've had. You'll be there.
And I want to tell them all.
As soon as you walk in, after you come to the registration table, get your package. As soon as you walk through the door, she'll be right there up front. She'll be right in front of all the vendors. So you can't miss her.
You're going to have her displayed.
Oh, absolutely. Well, as soon as you walk in, she'll be like, bam, here I am. You can't miss her.
Well, you've helped a lot of people. The Brooks House is like a local institution, really, and you've had some good times, some that weren't so good, but you've survived, and that's saying quite a bit in itself.
Right.
Not only have you survived, but it has survived.
I remember when we first started Brooks House, and I had a man come up to me and he said, "It won't last but a couple of months."
Oh.
And every time I think about that, I think, "Oh, look at what God has done."
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go into the 20th year. I met with some former board members the other day. We had lunch, and this man was in Cracker Barrel. He said, "I don't know who you are, but everybody seems to love you." and so I looked at one of the board members and I said, "This just makes me happy." She said, "It makes you happy because you did it. You went through all this, and we just stood by you because whatever you said, that's what we did."
Yeah. Well, our time is up, but thank you both for being with us. And Barbara Walker, good to meet you and
Thank
have you
you
with
as
us
well.
today. And your big expo at the Expo, Farm Bureau Expo in 2 weeks, Saturday and Sundays we talked about. And Liz Reese will be there with the Brooks House, and we hope you have a wonderful time. And thanks for being with us today.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
That is part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more, so please keep it right here, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota. They'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota. Check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up this earlier wreck over here at White Bridge Road at I-40. From the looks of it, it should be out of here sooner than later as traffic tries to move along here on 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. Just that normal buildup actually for this time of the morning, but it's not the worst we've ever seen it. Traffic volume has been lighter than normal. Still clear at the moment, 24, leaving Murfreesboro westbound as you head up through the Antioch area. Whether you need a new roof repair, anything going on with your roof, call Independent Roofing Specialists today at 991-2358 or go online, irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Happy fall, y'all.
Let's give them pumpkin to talk about.
Interest rates are falling.
You bet your autumn dollar.
It's that beautiful time between heat strokes and frostbite.
Call us today to make a deal, and don't sweat the fall stuff.
And don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmentoller at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&D Team 443-3130.
Please join us at our 14th annual Ghost in the Grove walking tours. Storytellers share tales of ghostly encounters and local folklore. End your night with a trolley ride through the spooky woods. Friday, October 11th and Saturday, October the 12th. Tours begin at 6 p.m. with the last at 9. Discount tickets are available at fiddlersgrovetn.com or at the gate. Children 5 and under are free. Music and food will be available as you wait for your tour. Located at the James E. Ward Agricultural Center in Lebanon. Rain or shine.
We'll have mostly sunny skies for today, highs in the mid-70s. Clear tonight, lows in the mid-40s, and then mostly sunny again on Saturday, highs in the upper 70s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your Severe View forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
And we welcome you to part two of Coleman and Company. It's a Friday morning as we get ready for the weekend, and that's the way it is every Friday at this time as we welcome the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty, 1330 West Main in Lebanon. Medina Himmentoller is here this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
It's nice to see you, and you're here by yourself today.
Yes.
So you'll get to do it all. But let us tell everybody your location is 1330 West Main in Lebanon. The C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty, great people, great service. Somebody answers that phone 24/7, and they're people you can trust. And how's your week been?
It's been really good. You know, it's been fall break, and you've seen the town a little bit slow this week because everybody's gone different places to vacate and to have a good time with their family and to rest and relax and be ready to come back next week full force.
You know what? I heard of one distinguished, I guess, family, but person in particular that flew to, I think it was Orlando, Florida, Tuesday. I don't know whether they stayed. I heard they were okay.
Yeah.
I believe I would have canceled my trip.
Yeah, I probably would have said, let's think about this a minute. But hey, they. I hope everything went well and everybody's doing okay. And thankfully, the storm wasn't as bad as they anticipated. It was bad enough, but at least it wasn't as bad.
Pretty horrific pictures. But anyway,
yes, it is.
We're here to talk about local real estate, and that's what you're involved in all the time.
All the time,
up to your ears.
Yes, it's one of those things you eat, sleep, and talk about it all the time. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, real estate's been going really good. We're close to the Nashville market, so it's never going to stop like some other markets has just kind of halted, and it's kind of a desert there. But we're so close to the Nashville area, the Middle Tennessee area here, that, as I was explaining earlier, that people work in Nashville, but they don't want to live in Nashville. They want to raise their families outside of the Nashville city. So therefore they moved to Wilson County as the best place to be. So why not move here and work somewhere else if that's the case? But it would be wonderful, of course. I love Wilson County. I love to be in Wilson County, love to work in it. I've been in it, been here all my life. So it's a great place to raise your family. But real estate's great. We have several listings that we would love to talk about and to show people. If anybody is looking for a home in Wilson County, whether you're moving down the street, whether you're moving across town, or whether you're new to Wilson County, we have homes that are ranging from $299,000 all the way up to $1.7 million. So we have a big range. We have land for you to look at. If you're looking for land, farms, lots, give us a call there. We just listed a house in Cumberland County, which is Crossville, and it's on 2.04 acres. A ranch home. You know, they don't build many ranch homes anymore. This one was built in 1970. It has 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths with a large bonus room with a separate entrance to the bonus room. So you could have a teenager, guest, in-laws, however, to live up in the bonus room with a separate entrance if you wanted to. It has a full bath, but it is it's a wonderful home. It's a family home, and they're ready to sell. So it's listed at $424,900. So give us a call if you're wanting to move to Crossville, or maybe that's a second home for you. Remodel it and make it your own, but you have 2 acres. It's right close to the interstate. It's not far from Buc-ee's if you're a Buc-ee fan, and it's in a great new school district in Crossville. So give us a call there. If you're wanting to stay in Wilson County, we have a home in Hearthside Community, which is off of Coles Ferry Pike at 827 Manor Lane, and it's listed for $529,900 with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths on the largest lot in the community. So give us a call there. And then we have one in Hickory Knoll at 218 Hickory Point, and it is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths with a large bonus room as well. Give us a call there. That one's under $500,000 at $494,000. And if you're looking for more land, we have 9670 Coles Ferry Pike, 11 acres with a one-owner custom-built home on the property. Mike built that home back in, 1998 maybe. And it is 5 bedrooms with 4 full baths, a full walkout basement, wheelchair accessible everywhere in the home, 3-car garage. It's large rooms. everything you wanted, and 2 families could live there. And it's on 11 acres. So if you want to be in Lebanon but kind of out a little bit, it's close to 109 if you need to get that way to work or whatever. Give us a call on that one. Then if we have one on Palmer Road, and it is $1.7 million, and it is 4 bedrooms and 4 full baths with a swimming pool, saltwater granite pool, and it's on 3 acres. So give us a call. Beautifully remodeled, has a 5-car garage. Give us a call on that one, and we'd be glad to show you. Remember, even if our sign is not in the yard and you would like to see the house, we'll be glad to show it to you, and see if we can get you in Wilson County or down the road, or just relocated to Wilson County.
Well, you have quite an inventory, really.
Yes, I would. That's what we love about some of these listings that we have are return customers, to where we sold them the house and now they've lived there for a certain amount of time and they're wanting to move, or they need to move, or however. So that's the trust that we build. We have return customers coming to us, or their kids. Their kids have grown up and now they're calling us to list their homes.
Well, that number, of course, 615-443-3130, and somebody's going to answer the phone.
That's right. And remember, Coleman, don't make a move without us.
Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you.
All right. Medina Hementola, exit Rocky Top Realty, the C&D team, 1330 West Main. All right. We had one of the political candidates for Alderman Ward 2, City of Lebanon, yesterday. The other one is right with us today, and we're going to get right into it. Jerry Ashley, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It is nice to have you with us today, and I'm going to begin by thanking you for coming out, of course, and letting you tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will. Tell us who you are.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. I'm not a Tennessee native, but thanks to your show, I've been able to get to know a lot of the people that live in the community and understand what's going on in the community. So I thank you for that. I'm a native of North Carolina. I'm a graduate of Appalachian State University, and for the last 35 years, I've been in the insurance industry. So I work for corporate America. I have relocated a number of times. I've lived in 5 different states, but fortunately, I am now, my job duties have changed quite a bit, where I don't do extensive travel. I'm in Lebanon to stay. This is my community, my home. Specifically, I work for Berkshire Hathaway, which is a Warren Buffett-owned company. And I work in a division that insures hospitals for medical malpractice. I manage litigation. I'm the company contact in terms of a certain territory. I manage litigation. I have up to 125 lawyers that report to me at any given time about litigation, and my job is to maneuver through the cases that I'm assigned, get the developments as they develop, and ultimately come up with a resolution in terms of whether they resolve or whether they go to trial and things like that. I think it's important, the job that I do, in terms of it sounds like a bunch of corporate mumbo jumbo, but at the end of the day, it's a very highly regulated business. It's something that requires that I have multiple licenses in order to do my job. And so I have to maneuver a lot through state laws, federal laws, codes, those type of things, and deal with a diverse group of people in order to do my job. So I think there's a certain skill set that I can bring to the table in terms of my dealings with people and maneuvering through really complex situations.
Well, let me ask, why are you running for this position? Why do you want to represent Ward 2 on the City Council?
Well, I think one thing is that throughout my entire adult life, I always choose to live in the historic neighborhoods. That's my thing. And I live on historic East Spring Street. I love the diversity of living in neighborhoods that have all kinds of people. I love being part of positive revitalization. I want to make a difference, and I'm a doer. I am a person that I can be a dog with a bone. I want to be a good partner to the other people in the city council. I want to be a part of making good decisions for the city and a whole. But I think we have a really unique population in Ward 2. We've got a lot of diversity. We have a lot of issues because we're an old ward. We have a lot of underserved people. And I think that, we just face a lot of unique problems that are not problems that other wards face because of our age and all the diversity that we have.
What has been the response? You no doubt have been doing I don't know exactly all your method of campaigning, but usually you are out and about and knocking on doors and meeting people the best way you can. What's been the response that you've received?
I think the response, I have knocked on in excess of probably about 1,200 doors so far. So I have met a lot of incredibly interesting people. A lot of people that didn't want to answer their door. I didn't meet those people, but I think that people want. I think there's a lot of love for Fred Burton and everything he's done for this ward. I have a lot of love for him because he has done things for me in my neighborhood that has completely changed our quality of life, and I will forever be grateful for that. So I think, there's a lot of love for Fred for what he's done for our community. I think there's a feeling that fresh eyes is a very good thing for Ward 2. So, I've gotten a lot of feedback. I think there's some consistency that goes along with the age of the ward. We've got drainage issues. We have sidewalk situations that are not safe sidewalks. I spoke with a man a few days ago on Beard Avenue who lived in an old family home, and the sidewalk was the same sidewalk that was there when he was just a child growing up. And it was torn up and it was dangerous and things like that. So, sometimes when you just give people really simple things, a safe sidewalk and the ability to walk around in their community, it really has a positive impact on their life. And I want to find those kinds of things in Ward 2 that will help improve people's quality of life. I think that we all want to talk about these fancy things that we can do as city council, and there certainly are some fancy things that we can do, but I think most people want to be heard. They want to know that somebody's going to answer their phone calls, that somebody's going to hear their concerns, that somebody's going to investigate what their concerns are and offer them solutions, or maybe unfortunately tell them that there is no solution to the problems that they have. So I think people want a voice, and that is just incredibly important to people in Ward 2, that they have a voice.
Okay, Jerry Ashley is with us, candidate for Alderman, Ward 2. We'll talk more if we go to this break here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup to make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. We have seen a couple of wrecks getting some attention out here, but traffic volume has actually been a little bit lighter than normal now. There's still some volume here, 65 South at Trinity Lane, working your way down from the north. It's trying to load up from time to time, 24 westbound up through the Antioch area, coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, just about through with that wreck over there at White Bridge Road at I-40. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken has new items on their new menu. Check them all out this weekend. Order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Drug Free Wilco is partnering with local law enforcement agencies for National Drug Take Back Day on Saturday, October 26. Drop-off locations will be at Gibbs Pharmacy, Walgreens on West Main, Three Forks Marketplace, and TriStar Mount Jetty-R. Unused medications are a public safety issue that may lead to accidental poisoning, overdose, or misuse. Drop them off Saturday, October 26 from 10 to 2 and receive a free lot box from Drug Free Wilco. This project is funded under a grant contract with State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
At Wilson Bank & Trust, we're now offering exclusive checking and savings accounts designed to benefit our hometown heroes, including active duty military, veterans, and first responders such as law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS workers. At Wilson Bank & Trust, we recognize the commitment and sacrifices these families make to serve our country and communities. Thank you for your service. Visit one of our local offices to get started today or learn more at wilsonbank.com/military. Member FDIC.
And we continue here. Welcome to our final segment. It's Friday, and Jerry Ashley is with us, candidate for Ward 2. And we might say the early voting starts on the 16th, which is next week, and goes through the 31st, through the month of October, and then of course Election Day is November the 5th. But you're on the ballot, candidate for Ward 2, and again to someone the winner here between the two of you will replace Fred Burton on the city council, and you had some good things already to say about him. I guess you know Fred a little bit.
I do, yes.
You were talking about it being an older ward and some of the things that you need. You were telling me during the break here, too, that you have attended some of the city council meetings here recently. Do you feel that if you're elected that you can fit in and work well with the other five who are members?
Absolutely. I think that in order for a team, even though we each would have our duties in terms of representing our ward, we all as a group have the ability to do positive things for the city. So I am not a person to divide people. I'm a team player. Obviously, there's times that you're going to have to agree to disagree, meaning that something that I feel is not beneficial to the city or to my ward, then, we're going to have differences of opinions. But I want to be a team player, and I want to be a part of a solution for making our city better. I think that, with all the growth and all the things that are going on here, the city can't afford to have people divided and arguing.
Growth is one of it's probably one of the words that's been used the most when I've talked to people representing the city, the mayor, the members of the council, and so on. It's something we've been dealing with for quite some time, and I just wonder, as I asked yesterday, we talked about this a little bit. You have a piece of property out here that somebody wants to pay big bucks for, and the owner is glad to accept a fortune, what would have been a fortune years ago anyway.
Yes.
And then what the people who are potential buyers want to do with this. We have the Planning Commission that makes recommendations, but it's really up to the City Council with the final say. How would you go about dealing with that? I mean, you don't have to accept the recommendations of the Planning Commission. You probably have people in the area who many times are opposed. Talk about that and how you would deal with that. How would you come about making a decision as to approve or not approve?
Well, I think there's a perfect example of that going on in our city right now. There is such an instance that has been through city planning and it has been denied, and it's for a property on the bypass that is zoned as a commercial, and there is a request to rezone that property into residential so that apartment complexes can be built. I am certainly not in a position that I've been able to study what the housing needs are of the community. I'm going to be very interested in hearing more about what the housing needs are. I think one of the things that I hear over and over and over again from people that don't want any more apartments. That is a regular thing. People don't want to know about. They don't want any more apartments. So, again, without committing to, I think there's a process. I mean, you have to think about how does this impact people in the area. what does this do to their quality of life? What does this do to their homes if we allow that type of rezone to occur? So there's a lot of people in communities to think about, and their homes, their safeties, those type of things. You know, what impact does that have on traffic? What's the need? What is the need for housing? You know, is there a need for more housing? So I think there has to be a methodical approach, but, and again, I'm not privy to enough information to hear what that methodical approach is, but, you know, I think it has to be a very serious situation. I think that we have a zoning issue, and I think this is a prime example of looking hard at changing zoning. Would something else be of a better service to this community over there? I mean, there's no restaurants over there. Is there some type of business that would serve this community better than housing? I don't know the answers to that because, again, I'm not privy to all the information, but I just think there's a huge process, and I think that we have to get our zoning straightened out so that we have a plan about what our city looks like. We need our city to look a certain way and be consistent, and we need the development to be things that bring value to the community. And if they don't bring value and there's not a need, then that's something to seriously think about.
Yeah. All right. Another thing that happens from time to time, as I mentioned yesterday, and we all, if we know anything, we know we are in good shape financially as far as our rainy day fund, as the balance in the bank or wherever it is, and this sort of thing. But sometimes a tax increase is called for, and I hesitate to ask anybody whether they're conservative or liberal or whatever, but I would like to know where you stand fiscally speaking, and if and when a situation where you would maybe vote for a tax increase, or are you totally opposed? Talk about that.
Well, I know that when I moved here, the taxation was a lot lower than what I had ever been accustomed to. Which is another great reason why Lebanon is a great city to call home. My understanding of the increase that occurred 3 or 4 years ago, it maybe was long overdue, and maybe it was something that should have titrated up a little bit. But I mean, we have to have money to operate the city, and we have to have a stable financial environment for us to operate. So, you know, no, did I like getting that increase in my tax bill? Of course, none of us do. But I think that increase was probably necessary. What I think now, based on everything that I know, is that the mayor and the city council have been very conservative in terms of how they have managed our funds. And I think as a city, we are in very good shape. So, based on what I know about how the city is now and what our financial shape is, I don't feel that there is any need for a tax increase at this point, and I would not endorse that.
All right. As far as employee compensation, there's a number of employees for the city of Lebanon, and
yes.
If you don't pay them at least what they think they're close to what they think they're worth, they may go somewhere else. Talk about that, if you would, retaining and the payroll for city employees.
Well, I think none of us ever believe we get paid enough, right? You know,
we always want more.
We always want more. But you know, I think that people stay at jobs for a number of reasons. They stay at jobs because they're valued and they're respected and they're treated with dignity. They stay at jobs because they're appropriately compensated. So, do I believe that we need to compensate people in a way that is over and beyond what other like and kind people are paid for their job functions? No, but we definitely need to compensate people appropriately for what they're doing, and based on, our cost of living factors and things like that. I mean, I don't think that, everything is so expensive. You go to the grocery store and you go to pick up 3 things and you've got $125 in one bag as you walk out with, I got Tic Tacs and 2 Diet Cokes. So, it seems like in every environment, everything just gets very expensive, and do the wages really keep up with that kind of inflation? So I think that we need to study it. We do need to do market studies. We need to know what like and kind people are making, and if we don't appropriately compensate people, they need to be appropriately compensated.
All right, we've come about to the end of our time. We've got about a minute and a half here, so I'm going to let you kind of summarize your candidacy, and if you will, just tell those who are listening why you think you should be the next representative for Ward 2 on the Lebanon City Council.
Well, I believe that I have a skill set that has allowed me to develop through some very complex situations. I think that we need to improve Ward 2. We need to bring more value to Ward 2. We need to bring more business that will benefit people. So I think I have that skill set that I can work with people to do that. I am committed to talking to every person. I'm committing to answering every call. I'm committed to addressing every person's need. And I want to address the really obvious things, the sidewalk issues, the draining issues, the generalized infrastructure issues, those type of things. And I want to raise Ward 2 up. I want to raise Ward 2 up. I want to bring things to Ward 2 that benefit all the diversity in our ward, whether it's underserved children, what can we do in terms of enhancing their lives with parks and recreations, boys and girls clubs, those type of things. And I just want to be an advocate, and I want to play some small part in making Lebanon even a better place and making Ward 2 a really, really good place that people are proud of.
All right. To Jerry Ashley, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
And candidate for Ward 2 Alderman in the election upcoming. We have come to the end of our time. Have a nice weekend. Till Monday, I wish you a fantastic day.